You'd think by now we've seen it all. Satellites orbiting, drones mapping, and tourists snapping selfies on Everest. But despite all that, this planet still hides places barely touched by humans. Some are too remote, others are fiercely protected, and a few? They're just too strange for anyone to stick around. Today, we're diving into the 10 least explored places on Earth. And trust me, the weirdness runs deep. This video is sponsored by the Fire Digital, your all-in-one marketing solution. From branding and logo design to powerful websites, getting your site found on Google with SEO, and even video editing, they provide everything you need to grow your business online. Visit www.thefiredigital.com. The link's in the description. Number 10. The Yucatan Cenotes, Mexico. Beneath the lush jungles of the Yucatan Peninsula lies one of the world's largest and least explored cave systems, the cenotes. These sinkholes, formed by collapsing limestone, expose deep groundwater pools that are not only stunning to look at, but hide extensive networks of underwater caves. Many of them connect, forming an underground labyrinth stretching for miles. Some even hold the remains of ancient Mayans who used them for sacrifices and burials, so yes, divers sometimes come across bones. Despite estimates that there are over 6,000 cenotes across the Yucatan, fewer than 10% have been explored. The deeper ones remain a mystery due to tricky access, low visibility, and the spooky potential for ancient surprises. Explorers and archaeologists are slowly making progress, but there's still a lot we don't know, like how deep the networks go, what hidden chambers exist, or what artifacts might still be untouched beneath centuries of silence. Number 9. The Star Mountains, Papua New Guinea. Remote, rugged, absolutely wild. That's the Star Mountains in Papua New Guinea, a nearly impenetrable range in the country's western region. Covered in dense rainforest and jagged peaks, this place is like the final boss level for explorers. The terrain is so unforgiving that aerial mapping is often more feasible than hiking. Even now, much of the region remains uncharted on foot, but for the rare expeditions that do go in, the payoff is big. Scientists have discovered species of plants and animals found nowhere else, alongside vibrant indigenous cultures untouched by modern influence. Every trek into these mountains feels like time travel, like stepping into a version of Earth that's never been edited. The real question? What else is hiding in there, and why has it stayed hidden this long? Number 8. The North Patagonia Ice Fields. Chile stretching across Chile's rugged south, the North Patagonia ice fields are frozen, windswept wilderness few have dared to explore. With jagged glaciers, brutal weather, and treacherous terrain, it's a landscape built to keep people out. In fact, experts estimate only about 10% of the area has been explored in detail, and that's with modern equipment. What's been discovered so far is fascinating. Rare glacial formations, rapidly changing ice due to climate shifts, and untouched mountain valleys that hold secrets from the last ice age. But with most of the knowledge buried under thick sheets of ice, there's no telling what else lies below. The deeper explorers go, the clearer it becomes. This place isn't just cold, it's holding on to the past like a frozen time capsule. Number 7. The Sahara Desert. North Africa, don't let the empty sands fool you. The Sahara is packed with stories. Spanning over 9 million square kilometers, it's the largest hot desert on Earth and has swallowed more civilizations than we care to count. Beneath those endless dunes lie lost cities, prehistoric rock art, and bones of creatures that once roamed during a time when this desert was green and full of life. Even today, the Sahara is full of surprises. Scientists are uncovering new fossils, ancient trade routes, and ruins buried beneath centuries of sand. And the deeper you go, the stranger it gets. With harsh conditions, minimal water, and massive distances, large parts of the Sahara remain totally unexamined. If there's one place that could rewrite ancient history, this might be it. Number 6. Antarctica's subglacial lakes. Imagine lakes buried miles beneath solid ice, completely cut off from the world for millions of years. That's what lies beneath Antarctica. These subglacial lakes, more than 400 of them, are so inaccessible that we've barely scratched the surface. The most famous, Lake Vostok, is roughly the size of Lake Ontario and has been sealed under ice for over 15 million years. Exploration here requires radar, lasers, and specialized drilling that doesn't contaminate the pristine ecosystem. Why go through all the trouble? Because scientists believe these lakes might hold never-before-seen life forms, microbes that evolve in isolation, possibly similar to those we'd find on icy moons like Europa. In short, these lakes are alien oceans hiding in plain sight on our own planet. Number 5. The Amazon Rainforest, South America. The Amazon rainforest is legendary for its size, mystery, and biodiversity, and yet it's one of the least explored places on the planet. While scientists and explorers have trekked through its outer layers, estimates suggest only about 10 to 25% of the rainforest has been studied in detail. That's wild when you consider that the Amazon spans over 2 million square miles and holds an estimated 10% of all known species on Earth. With every expedition, researchers are still discovering new species, lost cities, and previously unknown indigenous tribes. The forest canopy is so dense it blocks sunlight completely, and some valleys are so remote you wouldn't know if it's night or day. And while reforestation efforts are improving, there's no replacing the untouched complexity of ancient forest systems. The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's a living mystery we've barely begun to decode. Number 4. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island is one of the last places on Earth where civilization has not, and probably should not, set foot. Home to the Sentinelese, an uncontacted tribe in the Bay of Bengal, the island is fiercely protected by the Indian government. Not out of politics or conservation, but for safety, both theirs and ours. The tribe has violently rejected contact for decades, defending their way of life with bows, arrows, and an impenetrable wall of silence. We know almost nothing about their language, customs, or how they've survived for thousands of years. No deep expeditions, no mapping, no research bases, just brief glimpses from helicopters and Coast Guard patrols. Less than 1% of the island has ever been seen by outsiders. And maybe that's a good thing. In a hyper-connected world, North Sentinel remains an untouched time capsule, fiercely resisting modernity with every fiber of its being. Number 3. The Namib Desert, Southern Africa. Harsh, barren, and older than some continents. The Namib Desert stretches across Namibia and Angola, and it's one of the driest places on Earth. Yet despite its extreme conditions, it hides one of the strangest ecosystems scientists have ever seen. It almost never rains, but the region is soaked in dense ocean fog, which sustains unique life forms found nowhere else on the planet. Exploration has revealed towering sand dunes, ancient shipwrecks along the skeleton coast, and bizarre plant species like the Welwitschia, a living fossil that can survive for over 1,000 years. Still, much of the desert remains unexamined, largely because the terrain is too remote, the environment too brutal, and the water non-existent. But as drone technology and satellite mapping improve, the Namib's secrets may finally start to surface, if we can survive long enough to find them. Number 2. The Mariana Trench, Pacific Ocean. The Mariana Trench is Earth's deepest scar, a massive underwater canyon stretching nearly 36,000 feet down. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Located in the Western Pacific, it's so deep and dark that only a few human missions have dared to descend into its pressure-crushing depths. James Cameron famously went solo in 2012, reaching Challenger deep in a submersible that looked more like a torpedo than a submarine. What he saw down there was eerie, an alien world of strange life forms that thrive in freezing water, total darkness, and pressures that would crush a human in seconds. Despite robotic probes and a few manned descents, the trench remains one of the least understood places on Earth. Every time we go down, we find something new, but most of it remains untouched. If you want a place that proves Earth still has secrets, the Mariana Trench is it. Number 1. The Siberian Taiga, Russia. Vast, wild, and colder than your ex's heart. Welcome to the Siberian Taiga. This stretch of boreal forest spans across Russia like a green ocean of pine, spruce, and fir. It covers more than 10% of Earth's land surface, but most of it is uninhabited, unmapped, and unvisited. Temperatures can swing from sweltering summers to bone-snapping winters, and in between, the silence is deafening. Despite its remoteness, the taiga is full of life, from moose and bears to the elusive Siberian tiger. In recent years, scientists have discovered ancient peat bogs that have stored carbon for thousands of years, making this forest a key player in global climate regulation. Still, trekking through the taiga is more survival than science, and many areas remain completely unexplored. For every expedition that goes in, there's a new mystery coming back out. So, think we've mapped every inch of this planet? Think again. From frozen time capsules to islands that push back, Earth still has places that refuse to be known. Hit that like button if you love uncovering the world's mysteries, subscribe for more deep dives, and tell us in the comments. Which of these places would you explore if you could?